Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome back to Fort William. Oh, it's tough going, lads. It's tough. Tough going. Yeah. Let me show you the league table first. We've still got the shitties group. Brecon have been sort of pulled down into it. East Kilbride have got their own special group of just terrible footballers. 12 points from 16 isn't terrible. What did we get a point, like, how close to a point a game were we last season? 36. Oh, shit. So I'm actually worse off, technically, than last season. It's fucking hard, lads. It's really hard. I've been playing about with tactics and stuff. I tried giving it a few games, leaving it. It was shit. We played a bunch of games early season. Let's just get this out of the way. So we lost 3-1 against Berwick. Callum MacDonald with the only goal. Beat Arbroath. See, we can only beat I think it's Arbroath and East Kilbride. Yeah, literally. We beat Arbroath. We beat East Kilbride. We beat Arbroath, which... Technically, we might survive if we did that, but we need a couple of other wins. Then we lost, so we beat Arbroath 2-1. Lewis Crosby and Greggs with the breakers with the goal. Lost to top of the league 1-0. I was quite pleased with that. I was like, okay. Then we got spanked by Inverness. We beat East Kilbride 3-2. Kevin Bell with a hat-trick. He's been the star man this season. He's keeping us in it. He's like McMuffin, but better. 3-2. They got a couple of late goals. I got a little bit scared. Because we really needed to win that one. And I thought, okay, there's hope. Smash 4-1. Bell with the only goal. Smash 5-1. Critchley with the only goal. Then we drew against East Kilbride 2-2 in the Cup. P-Money's not a starter now, but he came off the bench at half-time and got a straight red card after three minutes. So that was fun for the family. But Ben Sterling, Kevin Bell got us through to a replay. It's always money. Scottish Cup's the big one. But then we spanked them 4-0. Look at this. Look at this. We only had like 5 chances in the first 25 minutes. Scored 4 of them. Kevin Bell had 2 disallowed goals as well for offside. It's the toughest time. I think this sort of non-league, which is basically, well, the player level we're at still. It's the toughest time, I think, in Football Manager because there is... zero consistency. And I'm not saying this is a problem with the game as such, because I imagine if you talk to non-league managers, they will say, you know, they've got players that on a good day have a great game, on a bad day they're just fucking awful at football. And so it is much less consistent in the lower reaches of the leagues, but it's so annoying to play. And I did a bit of play testing. I have done over maybe the last couple of weeks. I don't have a private save on the go, but when I'm thinking about tactics, especially with Fort William and Stanley on the go at the time, it was like tactics was so important because we couldn't get the players really at Fort William, that good a player. We couldn't get any players at Stanley because Director of Football was doing it. So I'd loaded up a non-league save, I think Stevenage. I didn't do any transfers or anything. I was just testing out, not specific tactics, but just ways of playing. And in my very unprofessional opinion, lower defensive lines are terrible. I just think they don't work. Because the natural for me is if you're a poorer team, like if you're, favourites for relegation or something, the natural instinct is to, and more realistic overall. Of course you can play different ways, but generally speaking, if you're much worse side than the teams you're playing, you might play a little bit deeper, bit safer, and then maybe counter-attack. That would be the sort of standard go-to. But playing deeper just doesn't work. And I did a test. I went onto the Sports Interactive forums, forums like back in the day, to look at their tactics. I just want to say, if I'm not one of those, you can't lose, you mustn't use downloaded tactics, it's cheating. I personally don't use downloaded tactics, but if you do, good for you. So you play the game how you fucking want and tell people that are all snobbish about it to fuck off. I've downloaded tactics plenty of times in the past. Before I started YouTube, sometimes I just didn't want to, I couldn't get anything to work and I downloaded a tactic. And also downloading tactics helps you learn. So I played... Sorry, I'm waffling on, I know. Let me know if this is totally boring to you. Just so for future reference. So I done a couple of weeks of testing stuff, and I was like, this lower defensive line, what I do with Stevenage was play the same game against the sort of a better team than me 10 times. And then just to see and just play it. And it's very unscientific. I'm not saying there was any proof made whatsoever. But it just didn't seem to work. Even lower defensive line and playing, possession football, or lower defensive line playing longer ball counter-attacking football, all that sort of stuff, seemed to work a lot worse than just a high press. A high press, even at our level, just seems to be king. And so I went onto the tactics section of the Sports Interactive, and there's like a downloady section. And because one thing you can see is that the popular tactics have lots of replies to them and stuff like this. And there's a guy called Nap, is it? KNAP or something, who's like famous for tactics and stuff. And I went through it and looked at about the top sort of 20 most talked about, replied to tactics on there, like the best ones. All different shapes, 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 4-1-6-7, 4-9-4.
0118 999 88199 9119 725 3.
All the different... They were all high line, offside trap, closing down... Every single one of these popular... and I'm like, well, that must mean that is just better. And so, despite how bad we are at football, not having the quickest defenders... we've got one quick defender. The last 2 games, I know it's East Kilbride. We went a high line, and we just created so many more chances. Okay, of course, you're going to get worried by the ball over the top. So, this is our current tactic. It's a narrow diamond, but with the much higher defensive line, much higher line of engagement, more urgent closing down, and just basically tighter marking and offside trap and all that sort of stuff. I just think it works better. I just think overall, everything else being equal, that just seems a better way to play Football Manager. I'd love to know what you think in the comments as well, just what experiences you've got with how your team's playing, no matter the level, even if you're Man City or whatever. Just let me know. Because I'd be fascinated, because I think it's a thing. I'm starting to think it's an actual thing that exists in the game. Right. Okay, boys. So hopefully, we are playing, is it Inverness today? And Forfar. So, first and third. I'm not expecting any great results against this. I think this is where it sort of... shines the least, the high line. Of course, we're likely to get beaten regardless of what we do. But obviously, better teams are going to punish us a little bit more with those balls over the top, etc. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. I think it's... I don't want to say it needs a nerf, but I'm starting to think it needs a nerf. Oh, hello. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Like I said, it's very unscientific. I just played maybe 40 matches, 50 matches against the same team over and over again, and tried a couple of different teams and stuff like that. And looking on the tactics section of Sports Interactive, it just looks absolutely dominated by... And these are all tactics that people have put up because they work really well. So even tactics that sort of suggested they were good for smaller teams and stuff were just high line, high defensive line, closing down, etc., etc. So I'd love to know your thoughts. But I think I'm hoping... maybe, like I said, small sample pool, so maybe I'm totally talking out my arse and it's just happened that that's the way it is for me. But I'm starting to think that's a little bit overpowered. Because there should be, obviously, multiple ways to play the game. You should be able to have a tactic that soaks up all the pressure, play deeper, you invite them onto you. That's a perfectly valid tactic. Even Liverpool play that tactic sometimes. They're one of the best counter-attacking teams in the league. And if that's not a thing, or very hard, much harder to pull off than, say, a high press, then that's pretty shitty. Oh, come on. Al McPherson. Watch, boys. Watch. Ah, Critchley. Done well. It's a good ball forward. Greggs, he's broken the line. Go on, big man. Go on, big... Oh, I could have played it. No, he had to go for the shot. He could have played it across. He's not banging in the goal, Greggs, but he does a lot of work. Like any sort of big target man, he does a lot of work winning balls and all that sort of good stuff. Okay. Not horrific, boys. Not horrific. Don't see any other bottom teams playing today. Anyone? Okay. Yes, Hutton flaps it away. Decent, boys. Decent. We'll take a 1-0 at half-time. Anything that gives us a chance, I will happily take. Okay. Seth MacFarlane's just bang one in. First goal of the season. Of course it is. Okay, so 2-0 down at half-time is a bit more tricky. But we've only just changed this tactic, so I'm going to use it just to get the players more used to it and the way we're playing. Okay. There's no real... I agree. I actually agree this time. Let's just give them some green. Quick joint half-time, lads. Do the world of good. Okay. It's not really a massive amount. Let's give McKeon on for Brian. Brian. What was that? Okay. There's just, I think, at the moment, there is just far too big of a difference between, say, this group of 5 and the other group of 5. I think to get any sort of result against these teams, you're going to have to FM them a little bit, I think. I just don't see it happening. Good thing is, East Kilbride are so bad, it looks like we're not going to get automatically relegated. I have started considering picking up a couple of wingers in January, just to give us other options. I'm starting to miss my wingers, generally speaking. Whether that's wingers or inside forwards, not sure yet. We did find one guy that was really good that wanted to join us, but he wanted £800 a week. So I offered him 200. Funnily enough, he said no. He was like, and I sort of said 200, and I locked it in. There we go. Go on, Bell. Go on, Bell. Ping it in. Oh, go on. Go alone, son. I did, lock in £220. No, mate, this is the best we can offer. And he was like, okay, all right, I'll take £220. But in 15 game times, I want £1,000 a week. I'm like, we're not going to be able to afford it. That's not how it works, mate. Come on, Doki. He's having a bit of a whinge. He's not getting enough first team football. Come on, boys. Come on. Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Oh, no, this is not looking good. This is block it. Yes! Who's that with the block? McCurdy. That's a good ball. Maxwell does well defensively. But King's there. It's a lovely first touch. Just goes over. See what I mean, though? This game here is the sort of game you could have FM'd them. We've created a few good chances. Admittedly, they've had 26 shots. Well, that's not horrific, boys. I think that's an improvement. We've created some really good chances. Should have scored at least one. Brilliant long throw. That's great long throw action. Right, that'll do, boys. Don't worry about it. This is a freebie. I just want to beat someone else that's not the other two worst teams. So that's all I'm asking for. Right. I'm going to say it was excellent. I think that was a decent performance from us. We defended pretty well on the whole. Now we beat Forfar, the dreaded, hated team. Greg Muir's dead. McKeon's fine, though. Barney's out injured again at the moment. That's okay. P-Money's back. Go on then, P-Money. I think This might be his final. He's been a legend. He's only 23. It feels like he has been here for years. I think League One's just a bit too much for P money. Maxwell's a bit knackered. He's on such good form, though. Fuck it, you're playing, mate. You're actually playing well. Both fullbacks are playing well. Centre-back's playing third. And then the front guys are all playing pretty well. Annoyingly, Critchley's playing really well, but he's got 1 assist. But then if you look at his key passes, they are the highest in the team. And most passes completed and chances created, or almost behind Maxwell and the Kelly, the right back. But he provides a lot to the team, but he's got to start getting a couple more assists or the odd goal a little bit more. Right, here we go, boys. 4-4. This is one of them ones that we're probably going to get spanked, but it's at home. You know, a little cheeky little draw would be lovely. Okay, let's go for a bit of green. We did have a slight issue with the players because they complained about poor dressing room atmosphere, and then we spanked East Kilbride in the cup. 4-0, and everybody's really happy about it now. Right, okay. Good start, lads. Good start. Go on then, Shand. We'll make you that way around. Okay, come on, Shand. Do something. We'll have a look how he's developing. Before I'll forget. So let's just have a look how he's developing. As we were talking about before. He's not. Is the answer. We got his determination up to 7. We can't really get it any higher because we don't have any good mentors with any better determination. Yeah, he's not League One. He's not even Highland standard. He's probably below that, whatever that's called. Like, come on, boys, just sneak a little. I don't care if we have to FM someone. All right, sneak a little win. Arbroath, are they playing? They're playing against Dumbarton. East Kilbride 1-0 up against Partick. Don't make a recovery, East Kilbride. I'm relying on you to be terrible all season. Long ball up to the big target man. Oh, you've got to cut it back. Mate. Oh, come on, Partick. Okay, Breakin are losing. Good. Oh, no, it's that bloody Lions bloke. Oh, nice one, Hutton. Come on. How are we doing, boys? How are we doing? Here we go. Counter-attack of dreams. Hang on, they got Shearer playing for him. That is definitely got to be cheating. No. Oh, there's so many. I'm giving so many penalties away. For about 4 games, I had stay on your feet. Team instruction. Because we were just giving away penalties constantly. I thought that had gone away, but Cammy Ballantyne, first goal of the season. Of course it is. Oh, this is bad news. Arbroath are losing. That's good. Yes, Partick. Come on. Don't mess about. All right, 1-0 down at half-time. How bad is that? Potential foot injury. Didn't need to save that keeper, to be fair. It's a good save. If the goal was 3 foot wider, that would have been a great save. Oh, he tips it over. That's a decent save. I thought that was going in. Like, half-time? Can we have half-time, please? Half-time, please. Thank you. All right. I'm going to say I'm happy. We've got to measure our expectations here a little bit. And go, actually, if we can go in the second half and the game is still winnable, I'll take that. It's definitely better. Because, honestly, some of those 4-1s, 3-1s and stuff was just endless attacks. And we never really looked like scoring many goals. That was the biggest problem. I expect them to have a bunch of attacks, but when we're not even creating much, Particle 3-1 up. Okay, good. Don't come back, Arbroath. Because I don't want this gap to extend. Breaking. Okay, everybody's losing that should be losing. This is all good news. If we could just pick up a little cheeky draw, I'll take a point. Duncan Bannatyne. Paul McCarthy. Ronald McDonald. Ooh. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. It's doable. It's doable. Here we go. Into the mixer. Okay, nobody's attacking it at all. And then they just lump it forward. Obviously, that is the problem with the high line. It does happen occasionally. Yes, it's straight through the fucking back of him. Right, P Money. Come on, P Money. Maxwell's having a shocker. Just after I was saying how good form our wing-backs are on, they're both playing a 6.1. Excellent. Come on. Push forward, boys. Here we go, McCurdy. Yes. Oh, I thought that was a penalty then. See, the long throws work fine if you have someone with long throws. That was a perfectly acceptable, unbuggy, long throw. Here we go, though. Shand. P Money, look at that round the corner. No look as well. Shand. Nice. Kelly, don't shoot. You had a shot, didn't you, Kelly? Couldn't help yourself, could you, Kelly? Could have just whipped one in then. What did he do? Shearer was pushed, was he? Second yellow card for that, was it? Fuck it, we only need one centre back. Okay. Any hope has gone. Oh God, East Kilbride are making a comeback. Okay, everybody else is still losing. We'll take it. Nothing's actually... Oh, they've just equalised. Brecon have just equalised. Go on, Greggs. P Money. Oh my God, why are you all so bad at football? Ugh. This could be the death nail. It's a good finish. Shearer! He's running away. It's disallowed. Right, come on, one last chance, boys. Go. Go! Run, you fools. Yay, we injured the goal scorer. Nice one, lads. Nice one. If you can't win, at least cause a couple of injuries. Okay. Not horrific. Injury really didn't help. Let's see how bad it is. Straight off, early doors with a foot injury worries me heavily, to be honest. I'm going to say 6 weeks. Barney, our centre-back, is out for 7 weeks. Pulled ankle. Okay, 2 weeks. And your banned. We'll issue a warning for a second yellow. I've also been scouting the bottom teams. Like, look, most of these players would make... This is the team that's terrible. Most of these players would go straight into my first team. This is the issue we're having. Like, Mark Brown. Like, he's a solid left winger. We could try and purchase... He's on 210 quid a week. I'm thinking of going back to 4-4-2. With the high press 4-4-2. Or maybe even one up top. But there's definitely something we could do. Zach Butterworth. Be a fucking beast in my team, to be fair. Right. There we go, boys. You're getting used to watching losses anyway, so... But they weren't too bad, do you know what I mean? It's definitely an improvement. We had goal-scoring opportunities. We conceded 3 goals against 2 of the best 4 teams in the league. It's better. And we've got Airdrie and Arbroath, definitely both beatable teams. Arbroath is a sort of must-win. But I'll probably play a bunch more games now, because I think we might be in this division for a number of years. Well, hopefully we don't get relegated. But if we stay up, I think we might be in the division for a number of years. And so I think we need to speed up the season progress somewhat. So I'm only going to get wingers if I can find decent ones. And right now, it's shit on a stick. Yeah, shit on a stick. So, yeah, these are the best guys that I can find. All I'm asking for is fours. I'm just asking for fours. I'm not asking the world. I'm looking at a right midfielder with fours in all the correct attributes. And, like Tony Nichols looks like the best bet. And he's shit. Right, there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think about this high press thing in the comments. I'll be fascinated to know. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.